All right, welcome. Today, we're going to unlock some seriously powerful IELTS vocabulary, and we're going to do it by diving into the mind-bending story of a blindfold chess champion. Trust me, it's a really cool way to make these phrases stick. So, let's get right into it.
So just try to picture this for a second. It just begs the question, right? How on earth is something like this even possible?
Okay, so you have this grandmaster, Timur Gareyev, and he decides he's going to take on nearly 50 opponents. Now, I don't mean one after another. I mean all at the same time. But that's not even the wildest part. And by the way, that phrase, take on opponents, it's a perfect example of the kind of dynamic, natural language that's going to boost your IELTS score.
Yep, you heard that right. He plays all of these games simultaneously, while completely blindfolded. He has to visualize every single piece on every single board, all inside his head. I mean, the story itself is just incredible, and the language used to talk about it, it is pure gold for your IELTS exam. So, okay, how do we even begin to describe this kind of jaw-dropping ability? Let's take a look at some vocabulary for talking about talent that seems to go way beyond normal human limits.
Notice how these phrases just paint such a vivid picture of elite talent. We're not just talking about good chess players here, these are accomplished players. And Gareyev, well, he isn't just talented, he is supremely gifted. And what he's doing isn't just some party trick, it's one of the greatest mental feats ever attempted, something that requires what you can only describe as superhuman skill.
And here's a fantastic example of how you can use this. Let's say you're in your speaking test. Instead of just saying someone is very good, imagine saying they have superhuman skill. It's just so much more powerful, right? It creates this incredible image and really shows off your advanced vocabulary.
Okay, so now let's try to go inside his mind. What kind of language can we use to describe the unbelievable thinking and memory that this requires? This next set of vocabulary is all about that mental effort.
So for every single one of those 50 boards, Gareyev has to run through possible moves in his head. He's relying completely on his amazing memory for patterns, and on his turn, he has to recall faithfully the exact state of every board. I mean, this is the ultimate mental challenge.
Now look at this example. Significant mental challenge is such a perfect, high-level phrase for so many different IELTS essay topics. From education to personal development, using something like this shows a really sophisticated grasp of the language.
But, this isn't easy. It's incredibly draining. After hours and hours, that deep exhaustion sets in. If his concentration slips for even a second, a board that was once crystal clear might just become a fragmented memory. His entire success really hinges on his ability to allocate attention between 50 different, super complex problems all at once.
This is such a fantastic academic phrase. Allocate your attention just sounds so much more formal and precise than saying pay attention to different things. It's perfect for describing how you manage focus in any kind of complex activity, whether it's driving, managing a project, or even studying for an exam.
Now, a feat like this, it naturally gets scientists really interested. So our final set of vocabulary looks at the kind of academic language used to analyze abilities like this, which, by the way, is absolutely essential for writing task 2.
Scientists use standard memory tests to study him, but honestly, he's just completely off the charts. A single game of chess is a complex task for most people, so playing 50 at once is almost unimaginable. The scientists, they know their initial results are tentative, but they're hoping that these tests hold the first clues to understanding his genius.
The key word to focus on here is tentative. In academic writing, you almost never say this proves. Instead, you use more cautious language. Saying that results are tentative shows that you understand the scientific process and that you can write with nuance. And that is a classic feature of high-scoring essays.
Okay, phew. We have covered a lot of ground, from superhuman skills all the way to scientific analysis. So now, let's put it all together in your own personal collocation toolkit.
And here they are, all of the powerful phrases we've just learned, from taking on opponents to holding the first clues. Every single one of these is a tool for building better, stronger sentences in your IELTS exam. So feel free to pause here and just review them. They really do cover everything, from competition and talent to mental processes and academic discussion.
So now it's your turn. Armed with all this new vocabulary, which complex task are you going to describe first? Try to use one of these phrases in your next practice essay or your next speaking test. Thanks for tuning in.